thing. You still want to plug in the numbers you know. That part doesn't change. Okay, so I'm going to write area equals a half times the height times base 1 plus base 2. I know the area, 38.03. So I'm going to write 38.03 inches squared equals. Now, equals 1/2. That's no different. Times the height, 6.5 inches. Let me put a line here so you don't get confused. Times parenthesis, base 1 plus base 2. I don't care which one you say is base 1. You can say this is base 1 or you can say this is base 2. I usually write it first. That's 3.5 inches plus, I don't know this one, I'm going to call it base 2. And I'm going to end my parenthesis. Okay? This is what I'm going to solve. I'm going to get this alone. Let's see how I can do that. Well, I'm going to use order of operations. Again, parentheses first. The problem now, over here I could add these up easy. Here I can't. I can't add a number and a variable. They're not, it doesn't work. So I skip parentheses, I go to exponents, see that there's none, and then I go to multiplication and division. So no multiplication here. Multiplication. 1/2 times 6.5. That I can do. So let's do that. 38.03 inches squared equals, well, half of 6.5 is 3.25 inches. So right now, these became that, 3.5 inches plus base 2. I'm going to erase that because I know that's going to confuse people. But this became that. Alright, let's see. So I could, now there's two ways to do this. I'm only going to do it one way. You could distribute this 3.25 and then you could solve it because you'd have an equation that you know how to solve. You could multiply 3.25 times 3.5 and 3.25 times base 2. You could do that, but it's more work than you need to do. I'm not going to do it because I'd like to work smarter, not harder. Okay, I'd like to take up less room and just get the answer quickly. So instead of multiplying that out, since I am distributing this, multiplying, well, if I multiply it out, I'm going to have to divide it out later, and that's a waste of time. Instead, right now, since this does say 3.25 times that, I can divide it away. 3.25 inches here, and divide 3.25 inches here. If I do that, these cancel. Let me find out what 38.03 divided by 3.25 is. 03 divided by 3.25. You get 11.70. I'm rounding to the nearest hundredth. Well, just 11.7, so it's 70 inches. Now, it becomes inches because inches squared divided by inches gives me regular inches back. Okay, when you divide variables, you subtract their exponents. 2 minus 1 is 1. On the right side, this is gone. The only thing left is the parentheses. What's in the parentheses, I should say. You don't need to rewrite the actual physical parentheses. Just bring down what's in them, because there's nothing outside of them anymore. There's no need for the parentheses. It's redundant. So just write 3.5 inches plus base 2. You will bring down whatever was inside the parentheses. And now hopefully you see that this is easy to solve. 11.7 inches is equal to 3.5 inches plus some number, plus base 2. Well, you guys could solve this a while ago. To get rid of that 3.5 inches, since it's being added, you do the opposite, you do the inverse operation, you subtract. So I'll subtract 3.5 inches here, I'll subtract 3.5 inches here, these will cancel, inches. My base 2 is going to come down on the right, and 11.7 minus 3.5 is going to give me 8.2 inches. And that is how long this base is. Alright? That is it. If you're missing a height, you want to do the problem like this, these 3 steps. If you're missing the base, you got these 3 steps. I mean, first you write the equation, obviously. After you write the equation, the 3 steps are take half of the height, divide by whatever that number happened to be, and then subtract the other base away. Those are the 3 steps to solving when you're missing one of the bases. In both cases, if you want to check your answer, what you can do is you can take this number or this number and put it back into this original equation. So for instance, to check this one, I would say 1/2 times 6.5 times 3.5 plus 8.2. If I actually did all this out with the 8.2 there, I should get 38.03 or something very, 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 very close to it. I might be off by like 100th or something like that. That's okay. That would be due to a rounding error. But so long as it's basically the same number, you did it correctly. Same thing here, I take this 8.75 and plug it in right there. 1/2 times 8.75 times 16 plus 5, it should give me 91.9. If it does, you did it right. If it doesn't, you need to look back at what you did. Maybe you put in the wrong number in the calculator or something went wrong, but you need to check at that point. All right, that's all you have to do for area of trapezoids when you want to calculate one of the measurements because you were given the area. So if you have any questions, and I realize this is probably this is the hardest thing to do with area formulas pretty much. I mean, the rest of them are pretty simple, but this one, it's a little tougher. All right, so if you have any questions, post something in the comment box, question, comment, anything like that. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. I hope this helped. If it didn't, just ask me in class, and I'll try to make it more clear then. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you around.